2023 and welcome to the gathering. It's been revamped in masterclass format. Check this out. As the new year begins, many of us are filled with excitement and determination to make major changes in our lives. I'm talking about overhauling our diets, our spending habits, our behaviors, but often these big goals can feel overwhelming and difficult to achieve. What if I told you if you made just a couple of adjustments that you'll be well on your way to being the you that you envision yourself being? What if I told you that if you made slight necessary adjustments that you'll be well on your way? Well, check it out. I want you to tag everyone you know who starts something and then quits, because we're going to rectify that today as we talk about in great detail small changes, small steps that lead to massive results. I'll see y'all on the inside.
This new year, we cry out to you, the one who restores broken hearts, who refreshes tired spirits, who makes all things new. Let our faith and hope be born again today. Help us to let go of the past, to stop looking back and turn our eyes toward you. We are here today in full acceptance of who we've been, but also in hopeful expectation of who you're shaping us to be. Let your love work in us so you can better work through us. We stand ready to embrace all you have for our lives, ready to do your will, ready to witness the wonders of your mighty hand, ready to share the redeeming love, the perfect grace, the life-changing salvation you have given us. So today, we lift up our voices in praise to the one who washes away our failures, who wipes away our fear and doubt, to the Almighty God who makes all things new.
Hey there! Is today your first time here? Or maybe your first time in a while? If so, maybe you're wondering exactly who we are and what this church is all about. Well, we'd like you to know that we're a group of ordinary people who are on an amazing journey together, following Christ. Our guide is the Bible because it's the divinely inspired Word of God, and it will never take us in the wrong direction. Along the way, we hope you'll see that we are welcoming and spiritually passionate, and that getting to know you is a big deal to us. We know that the road is rough sometimes, but we'll work really hard to bring you practical and relevant messages to equip and encourage you through life's ups and downs. We want you to know that we care about this community, and we believe that it's our job to make it a better place. So no matter who you are or where you've been, we're glad you're here with us today, and we hope that you'll join us on our journey, following Christ and living out His plan for us. So welcome to church.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So good to see each and every one of you today. I want to welcome you to the 2023 version of the gathering. Now you're going to have to lean in early because I need to explain in great detail what this is all about. Check this out, people. I thought long and hard about how to help people get 1% better in every area of their lives, whether it's spiritual, financial, relational, etc. And I prayed about it. And for the last quarter of 2022, I took a deep dive into what we're doing, and I revamped everything regarding the gathering. And check this out. We're taking on a different format. And digital pastors, if you don't mind, you can drop some nuggets of truth in the comment section. We're taking on a different format, and that is a masterclass format. Now, I know what you're asking. What in the world are you talking about, a masterclass? Well, we're online, and it's a platform where we will talk about a variety of subjects and themes that can help us, not just in our spiritual lives, but what happens after Sunday? What happens when you have to interface with the world? What happens when you have to deal with people who don't know Jesus? What happens if you want to get a promotion, if you want to level up in all areas of life? And so in a masterclass format, we'll spend, check this out, we will spend on the short end 3 weeks, on the long end 6 weeks. We'll hit it hard and we'll hit it heavy every Wednesday, either in 3 weeks or in 6 weeks. Nothing shorter than that, nothing longer than that. And then we'll step back and take a break so that we can process what we've just gone through. And so I'll be bringing on certain people, different people, experts in their own area. And we're going to learn together. We're going to walk together. We're going to grow together. We're going to ask questions together. And I want you to get this. And so this format is totally different. And what makes this so good is the flexibility. It's offered online, but in addition to it being offered online, please don't miss this. If you signed on and registered, you're going to be on a special email list where I'm going to send follow-up information, be it books to read, articles to read, and then once a month, we're going to do a group check-in via Zoom, because I want to make sure that you're getting this right. So we're going to drop the link in the comment section, because many of you came on, you might have not seen my post or the post in Mars Hills group. So we're going to drop a link in the chat right now. And with that link, you can opt in to be a part of this whole masterclass experience. I am too excited about this. And one additional benefit is the content will be engaging, designed to be interactive, designed for you to ask me questions, designed for you to go deeper. And again, it's a little different than what you've seen in the past. We'll still do that on Sundays. But here's a beautiful thing. I'm going to give you the spiritual foundation like I did Sunday from the book of Zechariah. Then Wednesday, we're going to roll up our sleeves and we are going to get extremely practical in this, okay? So there may not be as much worship as you're used to, but if you're on the email list, I'll send you worship playlists from either Spotify or what's that other one that everyone uses? What is the name of that other music app? You know, the free one. You know what I'm talking about. So it'd either be a Spotify list, Pandora, or a Pandora list. And First Lady, thank you. She's already posted the link. You all, it's in the comment section. And then we'll go back and put it in via YouTube. So this is going to be truly amazing. So if you've had trouble setting goals, trouble keeping goals, then I'm going to show you exactly what tweaks to make. These are the same goals, the same tactics that I use to lose over 30 pounds, you all. The same tactics that I use to guide Mars Hill, transition it from Lake Street to where we are now, and to do it with no debt, and with upwards of close to over $200,000 in savings. I'm telling you, if you let me, I will guide you and you will be phenomenal 1 year later. All right? Let's do that. Let's do that. All right? Before we begin, we'll be together about a good 30, 40 minutes. It won't be the hour that we're used to. Again, this is masterclass format. I hope y'all are excited because I'm excited as well. Again, that's the link if you want to be on that email list where I'll send follow-up content, information about a couple of books that I'm reading or have read, would love for you to read as well. All of that will be in the email. And again, monthly Zoom call. Man, this is going to be phenomenal. But you got to get on the list. You got to be on the list to confirm. Thank you, First Lady. To confirm your registration, because I don't want you to be spammed. And we're going to make sure that this is going to be great. You have no idea. You have no idea what you're in for. But I guarantee you, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right? Now, before that, YouTubers, do me a favor, hit that like button right now, because we're about to get started momentarily. And then bookmark this site, ClarenceStowersTV. And I guarantee you, you won't miss anything. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell. Enable that bell so you'll know the notifications when we go live. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. So right now, hit that like button. Facebook fam, I see y'all, and I love y'all too. We'll do this on Mars Hill's site at Mars Hill, Chicago. And we're also streaming on my site, CE Stowers, and we're doing it all again on Twitter, on Mars Hill's handle, don't miss it. And we're also streaming on my Twitter handle. All right, got all of that out of the way. And if you haven't already, give me a follow. Give me a follow on Instagram, y'all. And the brother would greatly appreciate that. And you can follow our church as well. All right, got all of that out of the way, you all. Check this out. Check this out. You are about to enter into an extraordinary experience. Masterclass format. A great way to learn new skills or improve upon existing ones. Check this out, from the comfort of your own home. Now, in addition to what we'll do on Wednesday, 3 weeks on the short end, 6 weeks on the long end, we'll take a break. I also have planned the email that you will receive weekly with additional content, the monthly Zoom call, and at the end of each session, you all, we're going to get together physically. It might be to grab some pizza or to grab a sandwich and just sit down and converse about what we went through during our masterclass. Woo, I'm so excited. And y'all, that's why I don't share my goals publicly. I don't share it until it's done, and you're going to see what we've accomplished here at Mars Hill Anywhere. So let me know in the comments section. Matter of fact, let me swing over to the comment section, because you can talk to me during this masterclass. So I want to jump over to the comment section real quick and see who's ready. Lynn, you ready, Lynn? Man, my wife is excited. My God, go on, baby. Deacon Jones, I see you. What's going on? Betty, Marcy, what's going on? Y'all super excited about this? Pat registered. Marcy, you excited? I'm excited for you. Miss Idella, are you excited? Tamika, are you excited? Oh my God, Irene, I hope you're excited, Irene. Annie, are you excited? Man, y'all are making my heart. Levita, are you excited? Oh my God, y'all are excited. Nakamori, what's going on, girl? Are you excited in Dallas? Man, I'm excited too. Betty, you excited? I told you, y'all never know what your pastor is up to. My God, Tamika, let's get it. All right, we about to get it, girl. Oh my God, I need that link. All right, it's in the comments section, Levita. But after we finish this, check this out. If you want to know what it looks like, this is a good time to go ahead and do that right now. This is what the link looks like. This is what the link looks like. And here's what happens. It's called Start Small, the little habits that lead to big results. Talks about everything that you will learn. And then once you put your email address in, that's just to get you on the list so you can get all the freebies, all the goodies. And then once you confirm your email, and you'll receive a welcome email from me. And then that's who I'm going to communicate with. So this is what it looks like in the link. Marcy just posted it as well. So that's what it looks like. All right, y'all ready to get started? Y'all ready to get started? Let me know in the comments section that you're ready to get started. All right, Dr. Stewart, good evening to you as well. All right, we're about ready to get started in this masterclass experience. So here's what I want to do. We're going to be together about 30 more minutes, between 20 and 30 minutes. So we're finished right at around 7:40, 7:45 at the latest. And I'm telling you all, I've been working very hard on this for a long time, and I'm super excited to get started in this masterclass. And it's based on my sermon series out of Zechariah. If you didn't catch it this past Sunday, you can watch it on YouTube. So go ahead and do that. Kim, you ready? All right, I'm ready if you're ready. All right. And we're going to walk through it definitely as we get ready for this season. Welcome to my masterclass. All right. As we get ready to begin, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about making massive changes in our lives. This is the new year of hope, new year of renewal. And if you really lean into this, we start small, but those little habits that you're going to form starting today are going to lead to big results. So this is a year of hope. Drop that in the comments section. A year of renewal. We're determined to make changes, but sometimes making those changes all at once can be overwhelming and difficult to sustain. Here's what you've been missing. It's not the goals that you're setting. No, the goals are fine. What trumps you up, people, it's the habits that are either keeping you from reaching your goal or the habits that you need to form in order to reach your goal. So before we get started, I would like to give an overview of what to expect. And in the midst of getting that overview, I want you to take notes. I want you to catch this because I'm going to invite a friend to help me out during this session. Y'all ready? Check this out. Overview of what we will cover.
Welcome to Start Small, the little habits that lead to big results. The start of a new year is a time of hope and renewal, and many of us are determined to make big changes in the coming year. But sometimes trying to make big changes all at once can be overwhelming and difficult to sustain. That's where small habits come in. In this masterclass, you'll learn how focusing on small, consistent behaviors can have a big impact on your life and help you achieve your goals. We'll explore the science behind small habits, and you'll learn how to set clear goals, build a strong foundation for success, and overcome common barriers to change. By the end of this course, you'll have the tools and confidence to make small, meaningful changes that add up to big results in the long run. So, are you ready to start small and achieve big things? Let's get started.
In Lesson 1, The Science of Small Habits, we will discuss and answer the following questions. 1. Why are small habits important, and what are they? 2. How do small habits influence our behavior and decision-making? 3. The role of neuroplasticity in building and breaking habits. In Lesson 2, the compound effect of small habits, we will discuss and answer the following questions. 1. How small habits can have a big impact on your life. 2. Examples of small habits that can lead to big results. 3. The importance of consistency in building habits. In Lesson 3, Tips for successfully building small habits, we will discuss and answer the following questions. 1. The importance of starting small and building gradually. 2. How to choose the right habits to focus on. 3. Strategies for making habits stick.
What are small habits, and why are they important? Small habits are simple, automatic actions that we do when something in our environment tells us to. They are often so ingrained in our daily routine that we don't even think about them. Examples of small habits include brushing your teeth, putting on your seatbelt, or checking your phone when you wake up in the morning. Small habits are important because they shape our behavior and decision-making. When we do a small habit over and over, it becomes second nature and requires less thought. This frees up our cognitive resources to focus on other tasks and helps us make better decisions. For example, if you have a habit of regularly exercising, you may be more likely to make healthier food choices because you have the mental energy to think about your long-term goals. How do small habits influence our behavior and decision-making? Small habits influence our behavior and decision-making by shaping the way we think and act. When we do a small habit over and over, it becomes second nature and takes less thought. This means that we are more likely to make decisions that align with our habits, even if we don't consciously think about them. For example, if you have a habit of checking your email first thing in the morning, you may be more likely to prioritize your email over other tasks, even if you have different plans for the day. Or if you have a habit of regularly exercising, you may be more likely to make healthier food choices because you have the mental energy to think about your long-term goals. The role of neuroplasticity in building and breaking habits. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt in response to what it sees and does. This affects how habits are formed and broken. When we do the same thing over and over, our brains make new connections to support that behavior. This is why it can be difficult to break a habit. Once it has been established, the neural pathways have become well-trodden and it takes effort to create new ones. On the other hand, neuroplasticity also allows us to build new habits and make positive changes in our lives. By doing something new over and over again, we can make new neural pathways and turn it into a habit. This is why it's important to be consistent when building new habits. The more we repeat the behavior, the more ingrained it becomes in our brains. Overall, the science of small habits shows how consistency and repetition have a big impact on how we act and make decisions. By focusing on small habits, we can make lasting changes in our lives and achieve big results over time.
Thank you, Evelyn. Come on, y'all, give it up for Evelyn for giving that wonderful overview of what we'll dive into. So prayerfully, you were able to do that. All right, you all. In developing this masterclass, remember we have a spiritual foundation. That's what we did Sunday. And in the spiritual foundation, we're laying the groundwork to root everything that we do in our faith. I'm a believer, a Christian. I make no qualms about it, no shame in my game. I rocks with Christ. And if you were with us this past Sunday, I talked about or laid the foundation from the book of Zechariah, chapter 4. And you need to go back and watch that message on YouTube or on our Facebook page or my Facebook page, because we discovered that small things have a big impact. We looked at the olive trees and how the oil from the olive trees provides the light. And the small things, the small habits that you're going to develop, they in turn do the same thing. They have a phenomenal impact. And then we talked about that you're going to need to persevere. That passage in Zechariah 4, not by might, nor by your strength, but by my power, It's going to take God's power to give us the will to persevere even when it seems as if our efforts are insignificant. When I went on the weight loss journey, I didn't see results immediately. But through small habits, through small changes, I was able to see the results, and then I'm loving the results. But losing the weight wasn't the goal. No. We're going to get into that in a moment, because if you just set a goal and you don't have the habits to go along with the goal, you'll find yourself back in a tough situation. And then from that same lesson, we learned that the Lord will provide. You got to have these three truths on lockdown, Pat. The Lord will provide what we need to accomplish everything. Got to remember that. The Lord will provide everything that we need to accomplish this. So we're building the foundation on building lasting habits based on the following. Small things have a big impact. We're going to persevere even when our efforts seem insignificant. That's why I'm sending email with additional content, additional readings. That's why I'm doing a Zoom call. That's why we're going to come together in person to celebrate, because I want to see you get through this. And whatever you need, I want you to know that the Lord will provide. All right? So catch this. That's the theological and spiritual foundation that's going to fuel us so that we can start doing the practical stuff. I don't want you to be so heavenly bound that you're no earthly good. So we're going to change that. We're going to change that. Because here's what I want you to catch. When we implement the right habits, your life will drastically improve. So we're really not more so focusing totally right now on setting goals. Because I don't want you to set a goal and break a goal, or start something and quit something. No, we've got to peel the layers back like an onion. We're peeling the layers back because it's the habits that either propel you to make the necessary changes in order to reach the goal, or there are some habits that may be keeping you. And that's what we want to talk about. That's the part that we want to discover. All right? Y'all good? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know in the comments section. Matter of fact, if you have a habit that you believe that's keeping you from reaching your goals, I want you to write that in your journal. Don't post it online. I want you to lock it into your mind, because we're going to address that as well. Now, digital pastors, I want you to drop this in the comments section as we move forward. And this is the foundation of the practical steps that we're taking. Y'all ready? Let me know in the comment section. Small adjustments lead to massive transformation. Catch that. Small adjustments lead to massive transformation. Now, I said that, I got a little bit ahead of myself. I said that because I don't want you to think of the big change, because sometimes it can be so big that it becomes overwhelming, and then in turn, it becomes crippling. Think small. This is the time I want you to think small. And the reason I'm asking you to think small is because, first and foremost, when you implement the right habits, they will drastically change your life. So we want to get rid of the wrong habits And then we're going to implement the right habits. And then those habits will in turn drastically change your life. One of the resources that I'm going to send is a book by a guy named Charles Duhigg. If you're on the email list, don't worry about it because you're going to get this in your email tomorrow. And I'm going to send a link to the book as well. Check this out. Here's what he says. Changing one core habit can trigger a chain reaction that encourages you to change other habits. When I went on this weight loss journey, or when I was transitioning Mars Hill, when I started working on the small things, then they built in additional habits, because when I first changed the way I thought about it, then that triggered other habits and they begin to change. But I'm going to get to that a little bit later. But it's quite clear, and I don't want you to miss this. When you and I implement the right habits, then they will in turn drastically improve your life. Now, in addition to that, also, when we push for small adjustments, these small adjustments are going to lead to massive transformation. I dealt with that. But here's a good thing in understanding all of this. There are three types of habits I'm speaking of. The first are what you call goal-driven habits. This is a behavior you do in order to achieve a specific goal. Think about this. If you know with certainty that you can achieve a goal under your own power, you're not aiming high enough. Remember, the Lord will provide what we need in order to be changed, in order to be transformed, not by my might nor by my strength, but by his power, Zechariah 4. And when we think about this, you all, these are what we do in order to achieve a goal. These are goal-driven habits. That's the first one. Now, the second one is what we call system-driven habits. These focus on the systems and the processes that you would need in order to change or to get you towards your goal. Some people fail to develop habits because they fail to focus on the process. We'll set a goal, but we don't have a system in place. We'll set a goal, but we don't have a process in place. And people fail because when you don't have a system or a process, then the habits that are keeping you from your goals stop you dead in your tracks. Are y'all hearing this today? And some people don't put in the effort because they think mistakenly that habit should be easy from the beginning. And I'm here to let you know what you signed up for is not easy. That's why we got to do it together. That's why I read Zechariah 4, not by your strength, nor by your might, but by his power will help us get through it. So I don't want you to focus on goal-driven habits or system-driven habits. Here's what we're going to focus on. Man, please don't miss this. Identity-driven habits. God, come on, you got to lean in on this. I'm trying not to get preachy, but I feel something. Identity-driven habits. These are the behaviors that we perform that match our beliefs about who we are. That's That's how you transform your body. That's how you transform your finances. Because you want to build habits that change your behavior. You want to build habits that not only change your behavior, because what we think determines what we feel. And what we feel determines what we do. So I'm talking about here, you got to change the way you see yourself. God, I hope you hear me on this today. If I didn't see myself as a fit man in his 50s, I couldn't feel it. And if I can't feel it, I cannot do it. And so when we base a goal tied to a habit based on our identity, then our identity begins to shape our thinking, and we start to believe that we can achieve how we see ourselves. Now, I'm not trying to shame anyone today, but if you see yourself as out of shape, you see yourself as obese, you see yourself as a failure, you see yourself as someone who's down and out, then you're going to form habits that confirm how you see you. And that is why identity-based habits is where we want to focus our time. This is where we're going to make the small, necessary steps, the small, necessary changes, and start to develop identity-based habits so that our behaviors begin to match what we believe about ourselves. So I want to pause right here, and I want to ask you a question. How do you see you right now? Don't put it in the comment section. How do you see yourself? There are certain foods that I refuse to eat more of because I don't see myself like that anymore. Because the season that we're in at Mars Hill, they're going to need Clarence Edward Stowers Jr. at his best. Best mentally. I need to be my best physically, because I know a grind is coming. It's our 60th year in existence, and I've got some big plans, but I can't do that if I'm sluggish. I can't do that if I'm always tired. No, I see myself as a victor. I see myself winning. I see myself gaining traction. I see myself thriving. I see myself winning. Identity-based habits. That's what we're going to form. Drop that in the comment section. Identity-based habits. So we have to answer a question. All right? About to wrap it up, because this is just an introduction. So, how to change your habits. Because you can't reach a goal until you have the right habits, which means we got to get rid of some bad habits. And then we have to incorporate and start building new habits. Y'all ready? How do you change your habits? You start with your identity. So we're going to start with our identity. And since we're building identity-based habits, then it's time for us to roll up our sleeves and get to work. Y'all all right? Let me know in the comments section. My God, I see you, man. Y'all are fired up in the chat. Boy, I tell you, you should have tagged everybody you know. Tell them this masterclass is what you don't want to miss. Now, when you let your goals drive your habits, and they're not identity-based, few things are going to happen. Now, how do habits form? Now I'm going to give you the brief overview, and then we're going to come back and finish this up next Wednesday. So how do you form habits? There are 4 stages in how habits are formed. Then I'm going to show you in a not so good way, and then we're going to end up on a good way, all right? The first way a habit is formed is that there has to be a cue that triggers it. A cue triggers the brain to notice an opportunity for a reward. That's the cue. The cue. When I know that I'm about to get something, the brain triggers a cue for the habit to be enacted. Now, stay with me. It's getting a little deep. Stay with me. It's getting a little deep. And I don't want you to miss this. Now, a cue can be a smell. You ever notice when you smell certain foods, you get hungry? Or when you see a certain person or a certain type, it rouses up things. That's a cue that triggers a desire. Drop that in the comment section. A cue, it triggers a desire. And when that cue triggers a desire, it's known as a craving. God, this is good. This is good. A craving. A craving is the emotional relevance that's tied to a cue. A craving. When you notice the cue, the brain anticipates an opportunity to change your physical state or your emotional state. You crave the satisfaction the change will bring. So the cue could be a smell. So now, if I'm smelling cookies, then I want a cookie. The trigger was a smell, and the smell created a craving. And you crave the satisfaction that cookie would bring. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you out. So we have the cue, which triggers the brain that there's a reward coming. Then the cue creates a craving. And then the craving leads towards a response. And that's the behavior or the habit you perform to start the change. Your brain prompts you to take certain action it believes will create a feeling of satisfaction. So now I'm responding. And then the final stage is the reward. The reward is the satisfaction you gain from the action that you take. Now, I want to put it where the goats can get it in this masterclass. I'm going to end on this, and then we're going to ask and entertain a couple of questions. So if you got questions, start getting them ready. Let me show you how this works. Let me show you how this works in the real home, in the real world, rather. Anybody ever come home stressed? If you do, come on, put that hand up emoji, that emoji that looks like that. You ever come home stressed from work, a long day? So the cue is you come home stressed. Children stressed you out. Work stressed you out. Not having enough stresses you out. So that's the cue. Watch this. And that cue creates a craving. I'm stressed, but I need to feel more relaxed. I'm bowling down somebody's lane. So the cue is stress, but I want to feel more relaxed. That's what I crave. That's what I crave. The response is you drink a beer, or you have a glass of wine, or you have a glass of whatever, or you shop online, in person, or you eat, or have relations, because the reward is that my stress level is reduced and I feel more relaxed. And so now the reward is that the brain associates coming home from work with whatever it is that's going to make you relaxed. And when you do this over and over and over again, it creates a pathway in the mind, and that's how bad habits are formed. The cue creates the craving. The craving elicits a response, and the response leads to a reward. And before you know it, you got hundreds of items in your Amazon cart. Before you know it, drinking more than you need to or should. Before you know it, you're eating more really than your body can handle. Before you know it, you are in a place that you never thought that you would be. But we're going to change all of this, because I had to show you how it looked in a negative sense before we can start building some clear-cut habits that will change the way we see ourselves. And so next week, we'll start looking at identity-based habits, getting rid of the wrong cues, which create the wrong cravings, which lead to the wrong rewards. We're going to change all of that. So if you're on my list, and I hope that you click that link to be a part of it, because I'm going to send you something tomorrow. Couple of articles to read, a book to purchase, invest in rather. And then I'm going to give you some action steps, some small steps to take so that you can start building the right cues. All right? How was it today? Come on, let me know in the comments section as we get ready to end today's masterclass. Went about 3 to 8 minutes over my intended time, but I wanted to leave some time and see if you had any questions. Thank you. Miss Adela says, Pastor Stowers, Pastor Stowers, you are on it. Well, I've been working on this for a long time. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask at this time, let me know. Thank you, Lynn. What a great way to start 2023. Oh, thank you, Tamika. So on time. Thanks. Today is more reflective. I want you to start thinking about your cues, the triggers, and what cues create the cravings. That's the hard part, because some of you thinking, I don't even know why I'm shopping like this. I don't even know why I'm eating like this. I don't even know why I'm drinking like this. I don't even know why I'm having relations like this. It's a cue. Something is cueing the craving. So here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to pray and ask God to reveal to you. Remember Zechariah 4, not by your strength, not by your might, but by His Spirit, says the Lord. The Lord will provide what you need to accomplish everything. I want you, when that craving hits, I want you to start asking yourself, why? Why? Why am I craving this? What's happening around me that's causing me to crave this? Because that's the hard part, is identifying what's triggering you. And the Lord will provide what you need to accomplish. So I want you to spend that time reflecting. Spend that time thinking about the cues that triggers the cravings. Thank you, First Lady. Thank you. Well, you all, as we get ready to leave today, I want to just bring to your attention this Sunday, we will be in person at 10:30 a.m. Central Time at 7941 47th Street in McCook. And we'll also be streaming online. We'll handle the spiritual stuff that gives us the foundation to come back to the masterclass to do the practical stuff. We'll also stream online for our online family, so make sure that you meet us there. I want to see you, y'all. Come on out. Come on out. And let me see your face. And I know you got questions. You'll have questions. If you don't have any now, you can reply via email when I send it out tomorrow, and we can start that dialogue there. And I pray that you were able to get that link and start the process. Well, with that stated, I have one last thing that I need to do, and that is, if Mars Hill has been a blessing, Mars Hill is my platform to be able to do this. So here's what I'd like for you to do. You can still give today. You can give a first fruit offering. What is that? You're giving God your best offering and asking Him to multiply the rest. So you can text MHGIVE to 33777. Go to our website, marshillchicago.org/giving, or you can mail it in to P.O. Box 6159, River Forest, Illinois 60305. They call me the dude with the food. Let you in on this masterclass to show you that it works. So if you stay with me, we'll be together for 4 weeks on this one. 4 weeks. That's it. Then we'll take a break. So if the dude with the food fed you, then you can turn around and feed the dude with the food. Sow a seed. Sow a seed. And you can sow that seed through Cash App, Zelle, or through PayPal. You can screenshot this. And then I already know that our digital pastors are going to put that in the comment section. And I'd greatly appreciate it, and my family does as well. I got to put that on the screen again. Think about the cues, things that trigger the cravings. And we'll pick this up next Wednesday. Practical side. I should have called it the B side. And the A side, thank you, Holy Spirit, is what we do Sundays, the spiritual stuff. Again, I appreciate every gift that you give to Mars Hill and give to me. And I will see you all in person or online this Sunday. Wow, what a first blast to kick off this masterclass. Now may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may the Lord turn His face toward you and be gracious to you. And may the Lord start to reveal to you the triggers that cause the wrong cravings. And may the grace of God, sweet communion of His Holy Spirit, rest, rule, and abide in you now and forever. Amen. See you all this Sunday in person or online. Let's get to work, y'all.